Are you headed to Paris? Are you in Paris? Are you looking for love? I'm T.H. Harbinger, and I put together a self-guided walk that will take you through parts of Paris, the Marais, which is well known for various scandalous love stories that only the history of Paris can portray. Let's get started. The walk is the house of Victor Hugo. I describe this story as romantic love. Now listen to a little bit of the story.
I count upon you to help me, my beloved. I am asking you for more than life, for the moral consummation of our marriage of love.
In 1606, after nearly 30 years of a tumultuous marriage to King Henry IV and not producing an heir to the throne, Margaret lived in this hotel. A terrible scandal played out over 3 days in this meticulous French-styled garden where Margaret, age 53, had to resolve a bloody feud between her ex-20-year-old lover and her current 17-year-old boyfriend.
Here, one of the most famous love stories, or one of the oldest love stories in Paris, took place. And on our walk, we call this Forbidden Love. Now listen to a part of one of Heloise's letters to Abelard.
What reflections did I not make? I began to consider the whole afresh, and perceived myself pressed with the same weight of grief as when we first began to be miserable.
Few know that Victor Hugo's story, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, was based on a true ironic episode. During his research on the rundown cathedral in 1830, he learned of a man repairing sculptures who went by the nickname, Le Bossu, which in English translates to hunchback. The scandalous story confirms this odd-shaped man's behavior.
Next stop on our walking tour is not so scandalous. It deals with locked love. What you see in the background here is Pont March, which is a famous spot for taking your padlock with your lover, writing your name on it, and locking it to that bridge, and then throwing the key into the river. But for the last 6 years, that's been illegal, and they cleaned off over 1 million locks off that bridge. For a while, this location here, a statue of King Henry IV, was the place that you could bring your padlocks, but now you can see that is under construction. So, in fact, the Travel Bureau of Paris says, don't do locks, just take a selfie of yourself, but don't throw your phone into the river.
L'amour est doux, doux c'est ma vie près de toi. Bleu, bleu, l'amour est bleu, berce mon cœur amoureux. Bleu, bleu, l'amour est bleu.
Our sixth stop along the Scandalous Love Stories of Paris walk is at this church. King Henry IV was destined to be a bridge between the two faiths in Europe, being baptized as a Catholic and raised in the Protestant faith. In 1593, against his advisors, he built this church, a Protestant church, with a secret second-story room where he could meet his true love. He regularly made clandestine visits to this room. No one knows how much was to pray, but one could guess there was more panting than chanting.
Dans tes yeux, comme l'eau qui court, moi, mon...
Here we are at the last stop of our Scandalous Love Stories walk, and it takes place inside the Louvre. You can see here is now a museum, but at one time this is where all the nobility of Paris lived. And these were all their bedrooms. In fact, one of the most scandalous love stories in Paris took place in one of these bedrooms. I call it the conception of the conception. You can enjoy reading about it in our stories. So, I hope you've enjoyed your visit to Paris, and hopefully you have maybe one of your own scandalous love stories that's from your experiences here. If you'd like, you can share them with me. I'll see what I will do with them. Enjoy your trip.
L'amour est bleu quand je suis à toi. L'amour est bleu quand je suis à toi.